Hey, this is Mark Moorick, a Tuxedo Mark at various places on the internet. It's 1:10 p.m. according to a computer clock on Monday, September 21st, 2015. And this is my review of original Sailor Moon anime episode number 65, or episode number 19 of R, or episode number 6 of Romance. Dispute over love. Minako and Mako face off. This episode originally aired in Japan on August 14, 1993, 2 weeks after the previous episode, assuming the original air dates are correct. So it took a week off. Anyway, in the upcoming episode preview, Usagi actually calls on Makoto and Minako to fight, which is a bit of an interesting twist. The pre-title scene is Mako and Minako are waiting for Usagi on a bench. Ami can't make it because she's got like summer classes or something, and Rei's doing shrine maiden work, so yeah. And Usagi's just late. They were hoping to have a girls' shopping day. But here's the thing. Here's what I really don't understand about Sailor Moon is why do the girls just go on living their everyday lives? I mean, wouldn't being a Sailor Guardian change them fundamentally? Like, wouldn't they feel like a greater sense of duty to protect the planet? I mean, I know they're just waiting around until the Black Moon attacks again, but why would they just go on being like everyday run-of-the-mill teens? Anyway, Mako and Minako get into an argument, and Chibiusa, they see Chibiusa being bullied by a boy, so they intervene, but Minako romanticizes the incident, whereas Makoto says that he's just a bully. And she gets on Minako's case for romanticizing stuff. Chibiusa declares her intention to marry Mamoru. And here's the thing. Does she not realize that Mamoru is her father? I mean, doesn't she know her father's name? And doesn't she know that Usagi is her mother? And doesn't she know that interfering like this would prevent her own birth? When she heard the name Usagi Tsukino in the first episode of this arc, she's like, "You must have the silver crystal." Why would she make that connection? I mean, she must know her parents' history, right? So this is so weird. Why is Chibiusa interfering like this? I mean, she says that, oh, he dumped you, but that's no excuse. She's inserting herself into past events. It doesn't take genius to realize this is a bad thing to do. Anyway, and I'm not sure if in the anime, if she's as old as she is in the manga, in the manga she's like 900 years old or some crap, and she just stopped growing. I'm not sure if she's that age in the anime or not, but still, she's stupid. Anyway, Usagi overhears it, and she goes over to Chibiusa And she should just give her a very public spanking. Just whack, whack, whack. I'm sad that that didn't happen. Let's see. Later on, when I forget which store that this is. Oh, some kind of charm jewelry type of store. And Usagi's drinking some kind of like love potion juice thing or something to make Mamoru fall in love with her. Someone made a comment. I don't know if it was Luna. It was someone made a comment that they were surprised that, you know, teenagers and people would fall for this kind of crap today. Love potions, love charms, charms for getting good grades, and jeez. Anyway, this is a Black Moon operation. Obviously, they want to put negative energy into this future crystal point. I guess the crystal points are like barriers to protect the Crystal Tokyo in the future, or something that helps to create Crystal Tokyo in the future. So they want to prevent this. Anyway, Ami and Rei. Rei stopped her chores early to do this, I think. Or was it Ami that left school early? I'm not sure, but anyways, they decide to join the girls on the shopping trip, and they're like, well, one of them's like, I think they're in this area here. How come they don't use their communicators? Think about it. They have communicators, right? Those watch things that they got. Why don't they use them? Why don't they ask Usagi or the other girls where they are? Anyway. Mako and Minako wait to transform after there's fog in a room, so the droid or the Black Moon Sisters or whoever won't figure out who they are. Yeah, and it works too. They managed to fool the sisters. It's like there were these two teen girls, a blonde and a brunette, you know, and then the fog filled the room, and then these other two girls, a blonde and a brunette, show up. You know, Sailor Venus and Sailor Jupiter. Anyway, Ami and Rei arrive already transformed. Like, how they know that this was needed? I mean, did they hear the screams or something? But Rei does burning mandala, or burning mandala, as the Vista pronounces it, to free Jupiter and Venus so that they could do their new powered-up attacks. Yeah, this is the first occurrence from Jupiter of sparkling wide pressure, and from Venus of Venus Love Me Chain. So, important episodes. Important episode. Yeah, they didn't decide to stretch this over 2 episodes in order to have Jupiter get a new attack in one and Venus in another. They got it over with in 1 episode, and we get that at least. Mercury doesn't attack. In fact, she doesn't do crap in this episode. She gets a few lines in, but that's it. It's like she was there just to have Mercury there. It's like, hey, you want Mercury? Here she is. Well, yay. Anyway, Mercury's not even my favorite essentially, but it looks like they had to include her or whatever. No, seriously, she does nothing. Usagi locks Chibiusa in a closet or something, or a room somewhere in the building. Luna's whispering like, Usagi transform, and Usagi's like, okay, moon person power, make up! Or, moon crystal power or whatever. But it's weird. Usagi's whispering, and then she just yells out her catchphrase like normal. And Chibiusa's right on the other side of the door. She would hear Usagi's voice, right? Anyway. Later on, when she gets back into her room, and one of the Senshi tells her, just take care of this. And here's a difference between the Japanese and the New English dub. In the Japanese, Usagi's like, I barely have time to get my catchphrase in. Actually, she didn't barely have time to get it in. She had no time at all to get it in. She didn't say it. But she had time to say that she didn't have time to get her catchphrase in, while it's already on the Moon Princess halation animation, or whatever the attack is. But in the Viz English dub, it's changed to, geez, there's barely enough time for my catchphrase montage. It's like Usagi's breaking the fourth wall. It's weird. Yeah, that was inaccurate. In the Japanese, she didn't say anything about montage. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't put in like Mercury and Mars' transformation sequences and Usagi's catchphrase montage. It would be less stuff to animate in the rest of the episode. I mean, we did have to have like Mako and Minako arguing, and the Black Moon sisters arguing about guys, or whatever. But anyway, how did Chibiusa get out of the closet? Because she sees the aftermath of the battle, and she's like, oh, how'd she get out? And what exactly did she see? It's like she's staring like in surprise or whatever. I mean, yeah, she sees the sailor Senshi, but does she know anything? It's not made clear. Anyway, at the end of the episode, they're in a pizza place or whatever, and Usagi's pounding down that huge bottle of juice that she bought from the Black Moon sisters, I guess. And actually, we didn't even see her pay for it, I don't think. Maybe, but I don't think we did. But anyway, she's pounding down this huge jug of juice, and the episode ends with an Usagi and Rei argument, even though Rei really wasn't a big part of the episode. In the next episode preview, it's actually really funny. Usagi and Mamoru are talking again. Mamoru's getting in on the preview, and he's talking like seductively, and he's being like, mysterious, and it's actually pretty funny. They're talking about like making curry dinner or something. I don't know, but anyway, yeah. So that's the episode. As a side note, I once read a fanfic back in like the early 2000s. It was like a sequel to this episode, or a sequel to the Deke English dub of this episode, because it used the Deke dub names and stuff. But yeah, Usagi's pounding down the juice, and I think she throws up or something on Rei, and then they have to go into her restroom and get her cleaned up, and they fall in love like in the restroom, and then basically all of the girls throughout the night, there's this adventure. They all have sex basically with each other. It was a lemon fic. It was called Sailor Moon Unseen Curiosity. I think it was by Sir Anime. I think that was it. I read another fanfic called Evening at Lita's. I forget who wrote what now, but anyway, it was a pretty funny fanfic. Well, both of them were, but anyway. As for what the events of the original timeline would have been like in this episode, about the only thing that I could tell would still happen is the girls go out shopping. And Ami and Ray arrive a bit late, but they go shopping, and then they might go out for pizza or whatever they were having at the end of the episode. And literally, that's it. Yeah, that is seriously it. Yeah, Jupiter wouldn't have gone Sparkling Wide Pressure. Venus wouldn't have gone Venus Love Me Chain. If they got those at all in the original timeline, it would have been later on after the Death Busters started attacking. And that's about it. It's a nice episode, and it's important, but yeah. So I think I got like 3 episodes left on this Blu-ray set. So stay tuned for our next review coming sometime. And it's 1:27 p.m. and that's it. Thanks for watching.